Hey guys. Boom. Alrighty. So, as you see in the title of this video, is how I quit my 9 to 5 with no backup plan. So, it was a moment of time where, again, things were very uncertain in the sense of we were in the middle of a essentially global pandemic. And yeah, I didn't know exactly what to do or anything. But I just knew deep down inside in my heart that I just couldn't keep doing the same thing over and over again. What do they call when you do the same thing over and over again? What is that, insanity? When you want change, but you keep doing the same things? So I just knew I needed to change the approach or the way that I am doing things because it wasn't working for me. Like, I was still at the end of the day, I will put in so many hours. I will work overtime and sometimes past overtime, um, just to gain an extra $100 or whatever it was that I needed at the time. But then at the end of it all, I was not seeing the fruits of my labor. Everything was getting paid back to either the government or the landlord or the bills or whatever it was. And I just got tired. I got tired of just living paycheck to paycheck. I got tired of doing the same things over and over. And what I got tired the most is that no matter what job I will have, I would always end up in the same place, which is in a place where my little money would not go as far as I would love to, and I would be completely dissatisfied because then I'm looking at all the time that I spent just giving to that job, all the time that I spent trying to build something, all the time that I spent basically giving my energy away. And for what? Just to have enough to pay my next bill? That was not the life that I was looking for. So I really just wanted to quit it all. I wanted to just start fresh and start brand new and just figure things out. But I didn't have any backup plan. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do or anything. During this period of time, I had several people around me going like, "Hey, maybe you should try trading." Like I'm trading a little bit and it's going pretty good and stuff like that. And I said, "Oh, let me give that a try." So I did it for a little bit, and of course, I right place, right time. At the time that I entered, there was a lot of volatility in the market because I was able to, in essence, like get in a time where like all these people were getting like stimulus checks and like all this stuff. So like the market was being propped up by all this money that is being coming in, that being provided to people and stuff like that, and everybody was putting it. A lot of people were putting it into the market. So during those times, sure, I made pretty nice trades that were pretty decent. But then when the going gets bad, same with the trades, then things didn't start panning out the way that I wanted to. Because there wasn't enough liquidity in the market itself. So I was like, yeah, I probably am playing with fire at this point because I was losing more than I was gaining. And I was just like, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do during this time that is uncertain, during this time that I don't know exactly where to begin, where to start, like nothing. So I said, okay, I'm just going to become a gig worker, because it seems like the lowest entry position, something that I can start and make some side income on the side while I am figuring things out of what am I going to do next. So the first side hustle that I tried after the trading debacle was me going into DoorDash, so food delivery. So I tried DoorDash and I tried Uber Eats. It ended up being DoorDash more profitable than Uber Eats. Because Uber Eats, I was making like per delivery, I was making sometimes like two, three, maybe $4 a delivery versus DoorDash. There were deliveries that were giving me $8 to $10 sometimes. So I was like, okay, DoorDash is clearly better after I went out of the testing ground. But just like everything, the going gets good until it doesn't. And DoorDash started changing their system. They started going like you have to schedule yourself. It wasn't on and off like before that you can just turn it on whenever you want and turn it off whenever you want. They started like making a lot of changes. They started decreasing people's uh, tips or earnings. Like it just started, the platform just started becoming worse. So instead of food delivery, I started focusing, okay, then I'm going to do people delivery. So let's do Uber, and it took a while for me to get into the actual system. But once I got in, what it took me some time was to figure out where were the best times for me to work. Because obviously, I didn't want to work 50, 70, 80 hours a week on Uber. I would rather work less, but in the times that were the most lucrative. And after so much tweaking and testing and everything, I figured that the best times, at least where I am at, are typically on the weekends and mostly like in the nighttime and overnight. So I started doing that, but after doing that for a while, for 3, 4, sometimes 5 days in a row, it takes a toll on your body. And if you're a person like me that has been in multiple car accidents in the past, or have had issues, with whether it's broken ligaments, broken bones, broken tendons, etc., etc., you will know that a job like that, even though you are controlling your time, it's extremely demanding and it takes a toll on your body, crazy toll on your body. So, in order for me to feel better and be better, I had to make a change. And I have to keep optimizing the ways that I earn money in that way. And right now, I'm in my 30s. I know when I'm in my 40s, 50s, and beyond, if I keep hustling in that way, my body is going to feel so much worse. I'm going to be in so much more pain, and more things can happen to me. So, in order for me to prepare my future self to not have to deal with that, that's the reason I am doing online side hustles. So I'm doing this YouTube channel. I am doing other little side hustles such as the Amazon influencer program. I'm investigating this Facebook thing that they also have. So different things that are not, I don't have to trade necessarily my physical well-being for money. It's more like I'm trading, of course, my time for money, but it can become something passive. So I'm aiming to earn passive income. I am nowhere near what I used to earn when I was working my regular jobs. Nowhere near. But one thing I can assure you is that at least mentally, I am much more stable. I am way less stressed because I opted to have a simpler life. Back in the day, I wanted all the glitz, the glamour, and everything, and whatever. And I was staying in apartments and places that I couldn't afford or could afford, but it was just challenging in order to keep up, to maintain, to keep up with all the bills, with all the stress, with all the things. So I opted into a more simpler lifestyle just because I quit my 9 to 5 and I had no backup, like none whatsoever. I had to figure things out. I'm still figuring things out, but I have faith that at least the clearer my mind becomes, the better decisions I can make. Before, I was just making decisions out of stress, out of necessity, out of need, out of want. But now I can make it from a place of peace. I can make it from a place of balance. I can make it from a place where I feel okay with my decisions. So, if you're on that journey, I really hope that you find clarity. I really hope you subscribe to this channel because I will keep updating you on a daily basis on new insights, new things that I go through, and I'll keep sharing my journey and my process to become a completely independent person, going from the ultimate grind to complete freedom, becoming a digital nomad, traveling the world, doing a lot of different things. And it's all going to be because of you guys' help and you guys' support, and by me opening up my heart, opening up my ideas, and everything that's going on right here. So thank you guys again for tuning in to this episode of Grind to Freedom. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.